Okay, guys, billionaires are buying the dip, and the long-term outlook is intact. That's what Altcoin Daily said. Crypto Banter, on the other hand, says that every bounce is just a lower high, and the risk of a true top is extremely high. Two completely opposite views, but only one will survive. As always, I take the most bullish and the most bearish takes of the day, pit them against each other, and in the end, we'll see who's reading the market better. No random opinions. Starting today, we're measuring consistency, data, and results. Every single day. Let's start with the bullish side. And today, Altcoin Daily's coming in strong. In their view, this phase isn't a trend breakdown, it's a hidden institutional accumulation. The bullish signals they're citing are clear. Billionaires like Grant Cardone are buying Bitcoin on the dip. Funds like Howard, Abu Dhabi, and Tiger 21 are increasing their exposure. The new Solana and Ripple ETFs are seeing record inflows. Tokenization is the mega trend of the decade, according to BNY Mellon. In the US, they're even discussing a bill to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. The 79 to 84K range is accumulation. A test of the 70 to 75K range is also possible, but it all stays within the bull market. The cycle target remains much higher by 2026. Bullish conclusion? This dip is a buy. Institutions are getting in now. On the other hand, we have Banner, who sees a completely different picture. In his view, Bitcoin is technically in a breakdown, and every little bounce is just a lower high. The traditional market is deteriorating. The DXY is strong. There's a bearish cross on the S&P 500. The higher time frames have turned bearish. Bitcoin is below the 50 EMA. The macro structure is compromised, and there's a risk the cycle is already near its top. His strategy is surgical. A strong bounce, yes, towards 90 to 97K, but only to sell into strength, not to buy. There's a very high risk that Bitcoin is already put in the cycle top. Bear's conclusion. The bounce will come, but it's just a technical reset before another leg down. So, Altcoin Daily says, this is a rich man's dip. The big players are accumulating, the bull market continues. Banter, on the other hand, this is an announced lower high. The top might already be in. Two completely opposite readings of the exact same price action. Now let's get to the real data, my analysis. 1. Leverage has been flushed out. This, therefore, favors a real bounce, so I'll give a point to the bulls. So, institutional flows are increasing. ETFs, private funds, wealth clubs, and so that's another point for the bulls. However, the high time frames for Bitcoin are indeed compromised. It's below the 50 EMA, so that's a point for the bears. Historically, when BTC loses momentum, liquidity shifts to Ethereum, Layer 2s, and alts. So that's another point for Banter. Here's my summary. Bitcoin can bounce hard, but the real strength, if new liquidity comes in, will shift to Ethereum, Layer 2s, and quality alts. So in the short term, the market remains fragile. In the medium term, it remains bullish. And remember, I don't root for a side. I compare the data, the flows, and the liquidity, always. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.